Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. As you can see, this is my end of the year review. The year of, my life. As you can see in the title, not all the way so good, Stuff that I would never, I normally keep to myself, but I think it'll make me feel better if I just speak it all out and everything. So, honestly, 2022 was going really good. Had a few hiccups, just normal lifestyle and everything, go to work and all this and all that. Well, where I worked and everything, when COVID was bad and everything, I got a write-up for my mask being down when I was trying to breathe, right? Trying to breathe. I wasn't near anybody. I promise you, I don't know how far I can say the nearest person was, but it wasn't like that close. It was not close at all. So, had it down for probably 10 to 15 seconds, and then I went to put it back up. So, the value stream manager, one of the big wheels, let's just say, wrote me up. He saw me, they were huge on doing that. And it seemed like at that time, they were huge on trying to write up anybody for literally anything, honestly. So, that was one write-up. So, 3 write-ups and you're gone. So, you see where I'm going with this. The second one was completely on me. The first one, okay, I feel like he was just harsh about it. Even though it was a verbal warning, it was still a first write-up and everything. Overall, in general, I didn't think I should have been written up because there was literally no one near. But hey, you know what? Take it on the chest, and everything. Second one was really all my fault. I can't really dispute that one. That one I understand completely. So I work, okay, let's just put it out there. M&Ms. If you eat M&Ms, I've made some M&Ms that you might have eaten and everything, right? So this is all my fault, but you couldn't. I had a double whammy. So the film that we ran it on was not the right film, but it looks exactly like the same film. It just has one thing different and one number off. So this other guy even double checked it with me. So both of us were written up for this. And also it didn't have something on the back like the code day or something. So excuse me. So that one, I wasn't mad at that one. I was more mad at myself because normally I was very, very good with doing stuff like that. Now, I will say this. At the time, and you're going to see on here coming up on the month of consistency, you guys will see my house and everything. This is a part of the house. This is like the upstairs. This is like the type of office, video, like recording like this I can do, etc., right? At the time of, all of this, me and my wife is trying to find a house. And if you know anything about the house market, since the last year and a half, 2 years, it has went up little by little by little. So we're stressed, I honestly, she might be, but I'm more stressed now. I want to find a house, live with my dad and everything. There's nothing wrong with that. I just wanted my own place. right? So we finally rent a house. Not this one, but we rent like at a place. And I told her, I said, you know what? I just want to buy one and everything. Just the stress of having to have that money for the house and everything led to the third write up. And, the third one, blah, 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 you're gone. Now, they tried to dispute this. I'm not going to I don't want to badmouth anybody when I say this. I'm not going to say his name, but my team lead at the time, I felt like he did not fight for me all the way. He didn't. That's how I feel. Now, I might have been wrong with that, but that's how I felt. So a shift before us was supposed to put in this code date, and when I checked it when we started, it was the right code date. Somehow, some way, in the towards the little bit after me checking that, one pallet was good of these boxes, and like the next 4 or 5 was not. We brought all of them back except one pallet, fixed them and everything, because it had the wrong coating on the box on the outside. So we fixed that. We brought them back. It was something. I was like, when we got it done and everything, I felt relief because I was like, okay, so we only got one out. Normally they are leaning to that. One out. Oh, we can get that one back eventually. And even the QA woman, which Denise, God bless her, I love her. She was one of the good ones that worked there. She made sure, like, if you didn't know anything or tried to help you out, she was there. Like, she's that coworker you want. There's plenty of them there also, but she is like one of the great ones. So she calls her boss, tells him what happened and everything, right? And he's going to be the one that's really going to be over this, of deciding if there needs to be a write-up or not. When I tell you we fixed 5 pallets, I think there's 75 boxes to a pallet. So count that up. 300. That's like 375 boxes. Close to 400 in total. We fixed all of those, right? And you should have seen me fix them. I wanted to fix them and everything. And I was busting my ass too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You would have thought I was down playing a basketball game. I was on the football field or something, playing a game. I was sweating almost that bad. I really was that go around because I knew I was like, I don't have a second option at the moment. So if I lose this job, it kind of sucks. So I kid you not, like 4 or 5 days go by. And I text my boss. I said, look, this was gonna be the next day. I said, hey, we're signing papers for our new house and everything and all that details, right? Said, is it all right if I just come in late? And he said, sure, okay. Meanwhile, this is like 4 or 5 days. I haven't heard nothing about this. Nothing at all. So, on the day of us signing papers and closing and everything, right? I get a call. I get a text, and my boss says, "You know what? Just take the day off." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Are you sure? Like, I don't want to leave y'all short-handed." I was being a good employee when saying this. So when I got his response, I knew the writing was on the wall. It felt like. Now, maybe there was a possibility it wasn't, but he said, they're going over your case where, we had the wrong code date with the best before. And I said, yeah, but we fixed literally all of them except one pallet, and one pallet we can do. Said, well, they're looking it over and everything, and I'll let you know what they think. I'm like, that's when I knew. I said, I'm gone. I'm let go. I don't like the term fired. I really don't. I don't like it, but I mean, that's basically what I was. I never gotten fired from a job, never let go. Nothing for that. I've always stayed the narrow path of working and all that. And, everyone in the group message basically can tell you that. So after that moment right there, and I will say this, I do appreciate he did not freaking text me and tell me that I was let go. He called me. When he called me, I was like, yep. I said, this is my little final go and everything, right? He called, he said, well, look, I'm just going to let you know, and I wasn't going to do it over text and everything. I said, because that's not the right way to go. He said they have found, the case, and said that I've got to do your final write-up. So you're going to be, let go of the company. The company's going to let you go. I said, okay. I said, I will say this. I do appreciate you doing that. I said, but I also told him this. I said, if they're going to nitpick of this one pallet stuff, people are going to be let go because of that stuff right there. Because, look, mistakes happen. If you don't think mistakes happen, you're working all this time and everything, mistakes are going to happen. Now, it happened at the wrong time. I was let go when we bought and signed for this house. The exact same day. So, me wanting to enjoy, finally having a house and everything kind of sucked. Because I was let go that same day. It seemed like I couldn't even fucking enjoy it. Excuse my language, but I couldn't even fucking enjoy it. I couldn't even enjoy it, it felt like. For at least that day, a couple of days after. And people wonder, and then I finally said something, did a post, blah, 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 on Facebook, blah, blah. People already knew that worked there. Got a lot of texts, calls. I didn't want, and look, I really, for 2 days, I did look for jobs, but I did apply here and there, but I did not feel like it. Didn't feel like doing any text calls. When I got on PlayStation, it was just to play whatever. Didn't even want to be in the party. None of that, because, it felt like I'm like, we just got this house, right? They let me go. The world kind of crumbles on you, right? That's what it felt like. And I will say this, of course, I probably won't do it here because now I like the situation where I'm at big time. On that day, I did shed tears because I'm like, bro, like I've seen my own dad struggle before, just with certain stuff, with paying stuff off, and I didn't want to do that. I honestly did not want to do that at all. That's what I feared. I mean, so after those 2 days, I was like, hey, you got to get yourself together. You got to do something. Well, DoorDashing was probably the best thing for me at the time because I couldn't find anything, so I had to go through a temp service. Now I'm at a company that I really like. I'm not hired on full-time like yet, but I'm very close because I've only missed 2 days, and one of them was because I was sick, and one because my wife took me to Atlanta Braves game, which I am so thankful for. That was probably one of the best games I've been to. Um, just been to overall, like football, basketball, any games. That was my favorite by far. Um, so yeah, that is probably the struggles I think I've had this year. Um, so like if I haven't felt my own self a little bit, that's one of the reasons. Um, and I don't care to share this because I feel like a whole lot better actually sharing it. I figured I was going to share it on this end of the year review. I always do that. When my end of the year reviews with my life and everything, I always say mostly everything. When I had that breakup with my ex, I talked about that a lot in that video. Um, I but look, I am happy. I'm happily married. I couldn't look. Even though me and her joke around a lot with our friends and everything, I could not be more thankful to be married to my wife. She is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Um, don't let her see this. No, I'm just kidding. I'm honestly kidding. Um, she she busts her ass with work, with a lot of stuff just in general, and does a whole lot better job of it than I do with certain stuff. Yeah, yeah. She she's great, and funny enough, I've never said this, but we actually met on Tinder, right? I wouldn't suggest that, but we met, we got married somehow, some way, right? With Tinder. Um, I I knew when the first night I met her, which was it's kind of crazy. It was at a Wendy's, right? I said, "Look, this is when COVID was. Oh my God, beyond like peak. I mean, the worst that COVID was, right?" So we met at Wendy's. I said, "Look, I'm hungry." I said, "Do you want something?" She's like, "No, no, no." And I just looked at her. I said, "You just got off work." I said, "I know you're hungry. No, don't even lie to me." Because I know after I get off of work most of the time, I'm hungry or I need a snack, something. And she said, "Well, yeah, I get something." She put up, and this is when I knew I was like, she got a wallet. And I don't know what you're doing with that, but put the wallet back, because I said, "This is on me." I said, this is, and I'm fumbling with my words. I said, but that's me. I was like, you don't need to pay for anything. Like, trust me, I'm good. I knew after talking with her, and I don't know how long we talked. I would say like 30 minutes to an hour, I think, while eating and all that other stuff. After talking with her, I told Summer this. I might have told Tyrell, I don't know. Maybe later down in the road, like a couple weeks or a week later. I don't know. But I told Summer this, and I remember this to this day, and I probably will remember it forever. I told her, I said, I looked at her, and like I had this like grin and smile big time, and she's like, I don't know. I think I went over there to watch something, maybe a football game, something, and she's like, "What?" And I was like, "You know what?" And my wife's name's Aspen. I said, "I think Aspen's the one." And she's like, "How do you know?" I said, "I just know." Forever to this day, I always tell a story like that. I say it quicker, of course, but I always say I knew she was the one. I don't know what it was the first time I met her. That's the crazy part. So maybe down the road, whoever's watching, you might see, you might maybe date or even talk to someone and you know that she's the one and it actually happens. I don't think that happens a lot, but I knew after the first time talking to her face to face. So yes, my wife is amazing. Very, very amazing. She's helped us just helped me a lot, especially with not having a job for a good period. It was probably like a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. And somehow we survived. I mean, it was tough, but we did survive. I mean, if you look at now, I think we're good for the most part, and we're trying to find ways. We're cutting down costs too, so we're finding ways also. But the job I'm at right now, I really do like it. While I was doing it with the M&M place, 12 hours swing shift. This place is literally, I work third shift, 8 hours. 8 hours. I didn't know how to react when I had a set schedule like this. And I can tell you right now from experience, the most I'll ever work again is 10 hours if I happen to have to go somewhere else. I am not working no 12 hours again. If you're working 12 hours, let me just tell you, you legit have no time to relax or anything before your next day to work like that. If you're working back-to-back days. I've calculated, you literally have, when you get home, say if you're working 7 to 7, say if you're working 7, you're going in day shift, you get off at 7. You have to come home or get something to eat, shower. Guess what? It's 8:30 or 9 because you're just walking slow, you're tired. Who wants to do that? If you're working 12 hours, please try to find a way to get 10 hours or something, or just a better schedule in general. That's just some tips. So overall, in general, I can't complain right now. But it has been a tough, challenging year. But, for me, even if anything's challenging or tough, it doesn't bother me that much. This was the one thing that's probably hurt me the most, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm better without that place. And I feel my body overall feels a lot better working 8 hours easily. So this is the end of the year review of the life in general. So let me talk about YouTube just quickly. Not even want to talk about that much. In that time of no job and all of that, right? I had no motivation to be on this platform. None. When I finally got that job, you could tell a difference in my YouTube content. I streamed more, and I have been the last 2 or 3 months. More videos. Universe mode is back. Universe mode been back. Just everything feels better, smoothing wise for me. So my goal for it, to be honest with you, I'm at 401 subscribers at the recording of this video. By the end of next year, I want to be 650 subscribers if I can. Tough task because that would be the biggest jump I've had. But if I can constantly just keep on doing content that's different from what I normally do, I want to get there. I want to get there big time. So hopefully I can do that. who knows? But my realistic mark would be 500. 500 would be my realistic mark, but we shall see. I want to go farther than 500 if I can. But yeah, guys, that's really it. I don't share this stuff a lot, but I always will one time a year on here. One time a year. So I greatly appreciate you guys for a good year and just overall in general. Just whoever watches, likes, just anything. I'm grateful for the group message, every friend that I've had, that I still have, even if we don't talk much. I really do appreciate y'all a lot. Just overall in general, 2023 will be a better year. I mean, I would hope. See, I smiled. So that means I'm good with talking about it. I'm good with talking about that. But yeah, this has been the end of the year review with YouTube and life in general mostly. Comment down below what your goals are for 2023. Like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If this is the video you come by, well, I'm sorry it was kind of, emotional, I would say. Emotional type. I mean, you're not going to see that from me often. I will be honest. But, yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys for the month of consistency. Hope y'all had a great Christmas and Happy New Year's. Peace out, y'all.